All right, today's draft, the most scrutinized quarterbacks in the National Football League. Myles, since you are the guest, I will give you the first pick in this very important draft of the most scrutinized quarterbacks in the league.
Thank you very much. Well, I think Justin Houston has a point, but I'm going to go with Tua Tagovailoa because right now, the poor kid he just can't seem to do anything right. And, part of it is like, you got Tyreek Hill out here saying he's the most accurate quarterback in the NFL. I don't know how true that is, but we're going into a season that's very, very critical for him. They've upgraded his OL. They've upgraded his weapons. If he doesn't do it this year, then I don't know what they're going to do there, but he's going to be scrutinized the entire season. I know that.
Spent all of last year up until the trade deadline worrying about or expecting that Deshaun Watson would be traded. Remember, he wasn't a captain last year, and there was talk that he just didn't want to be. He rejected it because of everything that was going on. He was just unhappy with how he was being treated. And now I think there's a little passive-aggressive element to the Tyreek Hill comments. I think Tyreek Hill knows what he's dealing with, and he either becomes good and everything works out, or he doesn't, and they get somebody else next year. I'll make Lamar my pick because I do feel like Lamar Jackson is at the center of this storm of constant criticism, and some of it's deserved. I think he should have an agent. I think some of it, too, is he doesn't quite understand how people are going to react to the things he says on social media. At some point, it's on you to understand the connection between the things you say and the things people say in reaction to the things you say. But, yeah, he was an MVP in 2019. He hasn't been as good since then. He struggles in the postseason. He becomes because he's different from the other quarterbacks, he becomes a very polarizing figure. And I think that's going to continue for as long as he's the quarterback of the Ravens.
Yeah, it probably is. My next pick, I would definitely say Kyler Murray is about to be as scrutinized as anybody's ever been. And that's partially because of what we've been through this entire week, right? I mean, you don't have a homework clause in your contract that then gets taken out, and people aren't going to pay attention to you for the rest of the season. So it's going to be really interesting to see how Kyler Murray handles all this.
Yeah, he hasn't been historically. Now he is, thanks to the Cardinals. He wouldn't have been on this list. If we had done this a week ago, we wouldn't have even mentioned Kyler Murray. But now he's one of the top picks because of the fact that the Cardinals put him in this spot. Next one for me, I'll go Baker Mayfield just because he's definitely going to be scrutinized because everything he does this year, whenever there's any adversity, has he matured? Has he grown? Is he still the guy that he was in Cleveland? Is he going to be standoffish with the media? Is he going to refuse to speak on a day that he wins, but, oh, God forbid, somebody booed him? These are all things that are going to be subject of significant focus for Mayfield starting now and continuing through the end of the season. Let's take a break. We will wrap up our draft of the most scrutinized quarterbacks in the NFL right after this. All right, those are the first four picks. Two more to go. Myles Simmons, most scrutinized quarterbacks in the NFL. Round three, you're up.
Carson Wentz. He's at least scrutinized by me. And you know what? I feel like he should be. Look, the Colts got rid of him without having a plan for their next quarterback. They just said, get him the hell out of here. And whenever that happens and you've been let go by two teams in the last 2 years, you ought to be really big, scrutinized in a big way. So we'll see what happens with Washington.
I saved the best for last.
Oh boy.
Number 8. Minnesota Vikings, Kirk Cousins, especially after what Kwesi Adofo-Mensah, the new GM of the team, said this week, that he was nervous about not burning it down at the quarterback position because we don't have Tom Brady, we don't have Patrick Mahomes. He said what many people think, but now with an offensive head coach, fewer excuses for Kirk Cousins. They're going to try to get the most out of the passing game, and Justin Jefferson's going to be Cooper Kupp, and if Kirk Cousins can't get it done now, then, yeah, he's going to hear it more than he ever has. So we'll see what he can do. We're out of time.
Well,
Myles, thank you. Go ahead. Go ahead. We're landing the plane, but go ahead.
Well, hopefully he gets the ball to Justin
Jefferson.
Stick. That's it. Yeah, I don't know.
Oh, yeah. Thank you for getting up early, Myles. Thanks to the rest of you for watching the program. We'll see everybody Monday, 7 a.m. Eastern. Have a great weekend. Be safe.
Hi, I'm Mike Tirico, and thanks for watching. Make sure to hit subscribe for the latest news and highlights from NBC Sports.